In this presentation, I'm going to discuss first about the poet, then I will tell you about the poem, what is the background of the poem when it was written, then I will tell you what is in the poem, then we will discuss the literary devices that comprises the poem.
Now we will talk about William Wordsworth. He was born on 7th April 1770 in Cumberland in northern part of the England. When he was 8 years old, he lost his mother, and when he was 13 years old, he lost his father. And because of that, he used to live in nature. He was very near to nature in his childhood. So he was the first English romantic poet. Romanticism ushered in England in 1800 and ended in 1832. Romanticism tells us that we should be near to nature. All those poems that was written in Romanticism were portrayed or nature. And William Wordsworth appointed poet laureate in 1843. His famous work is Lyrical Ballads that was co-written with Samuel Taylor Coleridge. All the poems that was written in Lyrical Ballads, both by William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, all based on the single theme that is nature. Other work by William Wordsworth is the Prelude. Basically, the Prelude was written in 14 books and it is an autobiographical work by William Wordsworth. Now we will discuss about Lucy, the background of the Lucy. The Lucy poems are a series of 5 poems. They were composed between 1798 and 1801. They were first published in Lyrical Ballads. It was Thomas Powell who recognized the work as a collection. Before that, they were written at different times, but it was Thomas Powell who bring out the relation between all the 5 poems. There is always an uncertainty about Lucy. Nobody knows who is Lucy, whether she is a girl, whether she is a lover of William Wordsworth, whether she is the nature itself. Nobody knows. In this slide, you will get to know the 5 parts of the poem. So here, the 5 parts of the poem. Strange fits of passion have I known. She dwelt among unknown ways. I travelled among unknown men. 3 years she grew in sun and char. A slumber did my spirit seal. Now we will discuss what is in the poem. So as I have told you that this poem is divided into 5 parts. So in the first part, the poet says that he experiences some strange feelings. So why he is feeling very strange? Because he feels that he is in love with Lucy. Here he goes on a horse to meet Lucy in her cottage. There, when he was about to reach the Lucy's cottage, he saw that the moon is hiding behind Lucy's cottage. So he becomes depressed and he feels that Lucy is going to die. In the second part, Lucy is shown as a beautiful maiden. She is very beautiful because she is living in nature. We are told that she is living in the English countryside, means she is living in a village. Now we are told that Lucy has died and the poet is feeling very sad because of her death. In part third of the poem, we are shown that the poet is very sad because of the death of Lucy. That's why he started traveling in England and outside the England. The poet discovered his love of with England because Lucy lived there. Because he has an attachment with Lucy, he feels that he has the attachment with England also. In part 4, we are shown that nature has mothered Lucy. Now we have gone back to the time when Lucy was alive. So Wordsworth told us that nature is the mother of Lucy. So here nature is personified. She is taken as the mother of Lucy, and it is nature who cared for Lucy. Natural objects like clouds, trees, tombs were became his guides, and they helped Lucy to become a woman or a good lady. But now the poet again came back to the death of Lucy, and it was very untimely death when Lucy has become a lady. Then Lucy died. Now the poet consoled himself. He says that now Lucy is beyond life's trial. Now we will discuss about the literary devices that are in the poem. First, we will discuss about the form and meter. The rhyme scheme of the 4 poems is A B A B. Only part 4 of the poem contains the rhyme scheme A, A, B, C, C, B. Now we will discuss about the metaphors and simile. First of all, I will tell you what are metaphors and simile. So first, simile, when we are comparing some object with some other object. So what is the simile? When we compare some object using like and as, then we call it as similes. And then when we are just comparing some object with other one, then it is metaphor. So now we will discuss the metaphors and similes in the poem. The first simile is included in part 1, fresh as a rose in June. So Lucy is compared with a rose, and then fair as a star in part 2. Again, there is a usage of simile. Then in the fourth part, again there is a simile, sportive as a fawn. In all those examples, you can see there is a usage of as, and which shows that they are similes. Now we will discuss metaphors. A violet by a mossy stone. So Lucy is compared as a violet. Then in part 4, there is another metaphor, that is lovelier flower. Lucy is compared as a lovelier flower. Next device that is used in this poem is personification. Personification. What is personification? A technique in which non-living things are attributed human qualities. When non-living things is taken as a human being, then it is said as a personified. Here in this poem, nature is personified. As we have already discussed that Lucy is mothered by nature. Nature is the mother of Lucy, so nature is taken as a woman. So here is a very beautiful line from the poem, "Oh mercy, to myself I cried, if Lucy should be dead." So it is taken from the part 1, when the William Wordsworth was full of fear because Lucy will be dead. So we can relate to that. We can relate ourselves. We have fears in our mind because we have so many attachment with so many things. So we feel that we will lose them.